I hope all of you are excited and looking forward to learning. Since we are about to embark on a delightful learning experience, we should seek the blessings of Mata Saraswati, and so I request all of you to join your hands and close your eyes in a few minutes of prayer.
When you read success stories. We are so proud to have Ayushi with us because she is an Mithibai student, and I'm sure at heart every day she says yes, thank God.
Ask you guys a few questions and let's make it interactive. I do not want it to be boring. I know how much you guys hate lectures, so it's not a lecture. Okay, so let's move on. So early stage investing, we can move on to the next slide, is this is how stages of the company look like when a company is building. It starts with early stage, growth stage, and then maturity stage. They need different kinds of funding when they're growing. They have different kinds of needs when they're growing, and not every kind of investor can provide them with the same thing. So in early stage, you are helped by friends and families. You raise funds through funds and families. You raise funds through accelerators, incubators, family offices, high net individuals, and venture capitalists. When you are in your growth stage, that's when bigger institutional investors come into picture. What are the trends saying? Is this industry going to get killed or is it going to revive? So you always have to look out for that. And that was my last point, market trends and dynamics. By the time she landed on a hostel, the process got very cumbersome for her. And Sunny was her friend. They both used to discuss their problems, and both of them thought that, hey, why don't we build an app that has listing of all these things. And I'm talking back in 2016. So an aggregator app where you can find all the hostels and PGs around your college, and it's easy for anyone to check it online first and then go and look at the hostel in offline. So they both did that. They built an app in college while they were in college. I think second year of their college. And they helped a lot of their college friends get a good accommodation through that app. A lot of them. What happened? पहले तो बहुत तारीफ हुई, सबने बोला यार you guys are doing such a good job, मेरे को तुमने घर दिलवा दिया. Couple of months later, those same people started coming back to them saying, yeah, your app said that I'll get this service, that service, but I'm not getting any of this. Organized players, I mean these co-living operators, stanza living and co-living and similar to those companies. So these numbers are just from organized players. So in 2021, there were 210,000 beds with these organized players, and by the end of 2024, the segment was expected to double the inventory and make it 450,000 beds. As of 2022, there are 50 organized players. Okay, more than 75% of students were from outside of India. Okay, and the current organized players only serve 18 to 20% of this 36 million students. So the 50 organized players that I spoke about only comprise of 18 to 20% of business that they are serving to 36 million of students. So there's 80% tenants or landlords that are still unorganized. And CRIB is exactly going after them. They're going after small landlords that have just one property, that have close to 50 beds. And those people are even more hungry for tech solutions, right? Because organized players, organized landlords, they understand tech. But unorganized players, तो उनको बिल्कुल भी नहीं समझ आता, and they are operating this one building of PG hostels is their bread and butter. So understand the importance and the urgency and the need that these landlords have to improve their business, which is already struggling, which just recovered from COVID, and they're trying to keep up. And organized players are a competition to them. So what Crib is doing is they are helping them get into that race with organized players. They started feeling that hey, no one now will be vanished, and if we do not tie up with stanza living or Kobo living, our business will slowly starts, it will get wiped out. But Crib is helping them get back into that business, get back into the race. So they are helping the unorganized players, which is 80%. But maybe your solution is not impactful. So your problem and solution should map. Your market size and your market trends should map. So everything should be cohesive in nature, and that's why most entrepreneurs they develop a blind side, because you're working so closely with your business. It's not easy to find blind spots and see what are the gaps that exist. So the purpose of this presentation was, a lot of people think that revenue आएगा तभी I can raise funds. अगर मैं अच्छा business model दिखाऊंगी तभी I can raise funds. Your business model can be flawed. You can say you are still experimenting with your pricing. You can say you are still experimenting with your TG, and it's absolutely okay as long as you have the basics right. And the basics are some of the things that I just told you. If you have these basics right and they are cohesive in nature, I think you will have a solid pitch to make to your investor. And of course, a lot depends on the team. So you have to work towards building your profile and building your expertise, and to build great insights about the problem that you're trying to solve. So that's from my end.
The location and everything. Before that, I had just sent her a message and she said, okay, I'd love to come. And she was a BMS student from 2016 batch. And I still remember the, I think, semester 6 services marketing presentation that she and her group had done. I think Enrich was the brand that you all did it on. And while I was giving the review for that presentation, I had told her that you present in an extremely formal and a very professional way. And whatever you do in life, there should be some element of presentation and communicating your thoughts in it. And I'm so happy that she's doing this, though not exactly in training or speaking, but you can see the way she is presenting herself. So not only what she spoke, but how she spoke, there are a lot of lessons to learn, right? So I have some questions, and I think I will represent your emotions or your intentions in that. After I'm done with 2 questions, we will have two more questions ka time. So if I have not covered your questions, please you all can ask questions as well. So the first question is, how much do you think Mithibai and the course that you did help in your career and what are you doing now? So a lot of us sitting here may think that college में जो चल रहा है वो क्या है, मतलब ये तो हम लोग YouTube पे भी सीख सकते हैं, ChatGPT भी सीख सकते हैं. So I hope you have a counter to that and will agree to what I'm saying. So we'll just understand. She can be truthful. So yeah.
Okay. So to be honest, I remember very less of what I studied in textbooks, but the most I remember is the notes that professors used to give us, and that's not the notes that you find in books, and colloquium and the bonds that I created through that, and through that only we got really close to professors also, because we used to fight with them a lot that ये room नहीं मिला, वो जगह नहीं मिली, इतने बजे जाने क्यों बोल रहे हो. So I think the most amount of learning was through colloquium, and I did not realize back then how important this is going to be like. But I think our personality is shown with that experience. I think our strengths really came out, and we really understood who we are as individuals. Second thing that helped a lot with all the skills that I have today is the presentations. So at that time they used to seem very tedious and cumbersome कि यार एक और PPT बना दी और ये 6 लड़कों के साथ फंसा दिया, who do not do any work. And I'll tell you, my attendance was always very good, and the boys in the class and in my group, I was fortunate enough कि वो कुछ काम नहीं करते थे और सारा काम I had to do. But it helped, it helped that I had to tell them in the morning, this is your slide, this is what you have to talk, and मेरे number खराब नहीं होने चाहिए तुम्हारी वजह से. But all of that helped. Why? Because I developed leadership skills and I developed presentation skills, and I did not have to depend